Assalamu alaikum, dear kids. How are you all? How's everything going on? All well? Very good. Dear kids, as you all know that in the previous videos we learned about the systems of the body. Today our topic is about the simple machines. This is chapter number 11 of your textbook. Let me ask you this question, that what is a machine? What is a machine? Yes? Very good. Exactly. Machine, it is a device which makes our work easier, which makes our work simpler. Isn't it? With the help of the machines, we are able to do our work within no time. We are able to complete our work within less time. So, machine, it is a device which helps us to do work with less effort. For example, your computer. Computer, it is an example of a machine. It helps us to do big sums, large mathematical calculations within no time, isn't it? Computer, it makes our work easier, it makes our work simpler. In the same way, you can take example of washing machine, you can take example of refrigerator, example of lawnmower. These are all the examples of machines. Knife, it's also an example of machine. They make our work easier, they make our work simpler. With the help of machines, we are able to do our work with less effort. Dear kids, machines, they are of two types, simple machines and complex machines. In case of simple machines, what happens? There are few or no moving parts. In simple machines, there are few or no moving parts. You can take example of a knife. Knife is an example of simple machine. In knife, there is no moving part, isn't it? Bottle opener, it's also an example of simple machine. Ramp, wheel, these are all the examples of simple machines. Complex machines, they have many moving parts. Complex machines, they have many moving parts. Washing machine, vacuum cleaner, lawnmower, these are all the examples of complex machines. Got it? Very good. In this chapter, we are all going to learn about the simple machines. We are going to learn about the simple machines. Simple machines, they are of 6 types. They are of 6 types, as you can see here. The lever, the inclined plane, the pulley, the wheel and the axle, the screw and the wedge. These are all the types of simple machines. First of all, we are going to learn about the lever. What is this lever? Lever, it is a simple machine. As I told you that lever, it is one of the type of a simple machine. It is a simple machine which makes our work easier. It is made up of a firm rod and that can be moved around a fixed point on it. Lever, it is a simple machine. It is made up of a firm rod and that can be moved around a fixed point on it. And that fixed point, that is known as the fulcrum. What is that known as? Fulcrum. The object which we want to move is known as the load and the force that we apply is known as the what? Effort. Is known as the effort. The force that we use to move the object, that is known as the effort. Lever, as you can see here, is of 3 types. Class 1 lever or first class lever, class 2 lever or second class lever, class 3 lever or third class lever. In class 1 lever or first class lever, the fulcrum or the fixed point that lies between the effort and the load. You can understand this first class lever with the help of an example. If we want to move a heavy drum, what we use? We use a long iron rod to move that drum, isn't it? We use a long iron rod to move that drum. So in that case, the fulcrum that lies between the load and the effort. Got it? So it becomes easy for us to move that drum. With the help of that iron rod, it becomes easier for us to move that drum. So that iron rod, that is an example of class 1 lever. Other examples of class 1 levers are seesaw, oars on a boat and beam balance. Now class 2 lever. In class 2 lever, as you can see here, the load that lies between the fulcrum and the effort. The load that lies between the fulcrum and the effort. The simple example of class 2 lever is the lemon squeezer. Lemon squeezer, you can see that in lemon squeezer, what happens? We place the lemon between the two arms of the squeezer, isn't it? We place the lemon between the two arms of the squeezer, and those two arms, they are connected at the end. They are connected at a fixed point, and that is known as the fulcrum. So in class 2 level, the load that lies between the fulcrum and the effort. Other examples of class 2 levers are the bottle opener, nutcracker, nail cutter, wheelbarrow. These are all the examples of class 2 levers. In class 3 levers, the effort that lies between the fulcrum and the load. You can see here the effort in class 3 lever that lies between the fulcrum and the load. Example of this class 3 lever is the hockey stick. Hockey stick. Dear kids, hockey player, he is able to push the ball with the great effort only because of this hockey stick. He is able to push the ball into the goal post only because of this hockey stick. Hockey stick, that is an example of class 3 lever. Hockey stick that enables the hockey player to push the ball with greater speed. Other examples of class 3 levers, they are the cricket bat, badminton racket, tennis racket, fishing rod, ice tongs, broom. Got it? These are all the examples of class 3 lever. Have you understood this? Very good. Now let us learn about the inclined plane. First of all, let me tell you that how we can get this inclined plane. How we can make an inclined plane? We can easily get this inclined plane when we place a flat surface at an angle such that one end that is higher than the other. When we place a flat surface such as a wooden plank, okay, at an angle such that the one end that should be higher than the other, we can easily get this inclined plane. Inclined plane, it is used to lower or raise heavy objects. Inclined plane, it is used to lower or raise heavy objects. For example, we can load heavy objects on a truck easily with the help of a sloped plank. When we have to load objects in the truck, we use a sloped plank, isn't it? That makes our work easier. Sloped plane that acts as an inclined plane, so it makes our work easier. It makes our work easier. It helps us to lift the boxes straight up. So in that way, our effort is reduced. In that way, our effort that is reduced. Therefore, this wooden plank or this sloped plank, that is an example of inclined plane. Other examples are ramps. Ramps that we see in the buildings. They are the examples of the inclined planes. Ramps, they are also built in hospitals, isn't it? They are used to transport patients on stretchers or on wheelchairs. Ramps, you can see also in hospitals. There in hospitals, ramps, they are used to transport the patients on stretchers or on wheelchairs. Staircase, that is also an example of an inclined plane. We use staircase to move up and down in the building, isn't it? So that is also an example of inclined plane. Now, pulley. Pulley, it is used to move or lift heavy objects. Pulley, it is used to move or lift heavy objects. Pulley, it consists of the wheel and the axle. Pulley, it consists of the wheel and the axle. This is axle and this is the wheel. It consists of the wheel and the axle. What is axle? Axle, that is the rod passing through the center of a wheel. Axle is the rod that passes through the center of the wheel. As you can see here. Here it is an axle. Okay? Very good. So this pulley, it is used to draw out the water from the wells. It is also used to lift heavy objects, and it is also used to hoist flags. In case of pulley, the axle that is fixed on a rigid support or a wall. The axle that is fixed on a rigid support like a wall. One end of the rope passing over the pulley is tied to the load. One end that is tied to the load, and the effort is applied on the other end of the rope. The effort that is applied on the other end of the rope. It makes our job easy by changing the direction of the force applied. Pulley, it makes our job easy. It changes the direction of the force that we apply. So it makes our job easy. While using the pulley, what we do? We pull the rope downwards so that the load moves upwards. We move the rope downwards so that the load that moves upwards. You can see the example of a pulley when we draw out the water from the well. That is the best example of the pulley, isn't it? Very good. Kids, let us learn about the wheel and axle. The wheel and axle arrangement, it consists of a wheel fixed to an axle. Wheel and axle arrangement, it consists of a wheel fixed to an axle. You can see this kind of arrangement in your bicycle. In case of your bicycle, what happens when you push the pedals with your feet? The axle turns and the wheels also move along with them. Roller skates, they are also the example of this wheel and axle arrangement. You can see wheel and axle arrangement in case of bicycle and also in case of roller skates. Screw, it is a long nail with a spiral metal thread along its length. Screw, it is usually used to join two pieces of wood together. It holds the pieces of wood firmly than a nail does. Got it? Now wedge. What is wedge? Wedge, it is a simple piece of wood or a metal shaped like a triangle. Wedge, it is a piece of wood or a metal shaped like a triangle. Wedge, it can be made by putting two inclined planes back to back together. Wedge, it can be made by putting two inclined planes together back to back. X is an example of wedge. Knife, that is also an example of a wedge. X, as you know, that is used to chop the wood. That is an example of a wedge. So dear kids, it was all about the simple machines. Hope you have understood it well. Now here is an activity for you. What you will do? Whatever simple machines you find at home, you will classify them under different headings like the lever, the inclined plane, the pulley, the wheel and axle, the screw and the wedge. Got it? This is an activity for you. And this was all about your T1. With this, your term first ends. We will meet again, inshallah. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Take good care of yourselves. Fi amanillah.